This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
After months of debate on the school bond issue and after yesterday's special election, we now know the $34 million bond was approved. Twin States News' Donisha Branham has reaction from district staff.
Meridian voters passed a $34 million bond issue for the Meridian Public School District. Faculty and staff members are overjoyed with the improvements and changes that are underway for the district. We hear more from Superintendent Amy Carter.
I just want to say thank you, Meridian. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for saying yes to our children, to our educators. It means the world to us because now we have the opportunity to make some much needed upgrades to our facilities. So thank you, Meridian.
With this bond being approved for the district, there will be many upgrades and improvements taking place, with safety upgrades being the main priority.
Safety and security will be improving, as well as the accessibility of our buildings for disabled. We're looking at upgrades to libraries and media centers to bring them into the 21st century.
We're excited first and foremost to be able to focus on the security of our campuses, having fewer entrances for our guests, for our students, being able to secure our campuses with fencing. We're excited about the classroom upgrades, the upgrades to our media centers, our libraries, our auditoriums, our playgrounds.
Trussell, the director of athletics, says this is a big win for the district and is excited to have a softball and soccer facility on the campus.
We finally have a chance to have our softball and baseball facility on campus. It's been about almost 50 years since our baseball facility was on campus, and it means a lot to our student athletes. No longer do they have to drive 2.5, 3 miles for practice each day, but they'll be able to, once they get out of class, to be able to walk right into their own facility and a state-of-the-art facility.
Carter says they expect to see design plans beginning as soon as the fall and will be getting input from staff members and coaches about the upgrades.
From our staff members, from our coaches, from our team members about these upgrades, community members, and so we will be revealing information as it comes to us because we want our community to know step by step what's taking place with these upgrades.
Donisha Branham, Twin States News, Meridian.
This Sunday, the Meridian Restoration Foundation will host the Friends of Mary Hope Open House and Annual Meeting. This meeting will go over a report on the many activities and recent progress made in restoration efforts. The meeting will begin at 2 p.m., followed by the open house, and everyone is welcome. The Meridian Police Department is asking for your help. A 28-year-old woman was gunned down and murdered in December of 2020. 2 other victims were also shot but survived. The case has gone cold. Here's this week's Cold Case Files.
On July 30th, 2010, 28-year-old Latanya LaFay Gowdy, along with 2 other adult females, were shot outside an apartment in the 500 block of Front Street Extension. Miss Gowdy died in surgery as a result of multiple gunshot wounds to the abdominal area, and the other 2 victims were treated for their injuries and released. Witnesses stated that after hearing numerous gunshots, 2 young black males with white t-shirts, dark short pants, and what appeared to be white bandanas or t-shirts wrapped around their face were observed running from the scene. One witness stated the individuals left in separate vehicles, with one being described as gray in color. The investigation indicated that retaliation was a possible motive in the shooting and that Ms. Gowdy may not have been the intended target.
A cold case is a crime that has not yet been fully resolved but remains open pending the discovery of new evidence or new witness testimony. We are asking you, the public, to provide that new evidence or testimony in this cold case by calling the numbers on your screen.
Former President Donald Trump remained in New York today as he sat for a deposition in a civil investigation. This comes as more details emerge about the raid on his Mar-a-Lago property. Phil Keating has more.
Days after FBI agents raided his Florida property, former President Donald Trump sat down with lawyers for New York Attorney General Letitia James over the Trump family's business practices. He says he invoked the Fifth Amendment and declined to answer questions under oath. Despite the mounting legal issues, GOP House members say he is ready for a fight.
He's not fazed at all by what the DOJ has done to him. It unifies us in our outrage to fight back and, if anything, It paves the way for Donald Trump to unify the party once again and run for president.
On Monday, FBI agents executed a search warrant on Trump's Mar-a-Lago property. The warrant was reportedly about sensitive and confidential White House documents that were taken to Florida when Trump left the White House. Agents seized about a dozen boxes of materials. His attorneys were reportedly not allowed to be present during the raid.
This tactic seemed overwhelming in terms of what was actually being disputed or sought in terms of the documents, and I think that's shocked the nation.
Meanwhile, there are growing concerns about the safety of Attorney General Merrick Garland, FBI Director Christopher Wray, and other FBI agents following Monday's search. Sources telling Fox authorities who are monitoring social media posts are seeing an increase in death threats aimed towards the agents, Wray and Garland. Both Wray and Garland always travel with security, but there is some talk now going on whether that security needs to be enhanced. In Palm Beach, Florida, Phil Keating, Fox News.
A new report today showing inflation slowed slightly in July. But for many Americans, prices still remain uncomfortably high. Madeline Rivera has more from Washington.
Despite scorching temperatures, Americans are feeling some relief. A key report showing inflation cooling slightly in July, with consumer prices increasing by 8.5% over the last year, a slower pace than the 9.1% spike in June.
We're seeing some signs that inflation may be beginning to moderate.
I know DC is going to spike the ball today and talk about how this is a big win, but Main Street doesn't think 8.5 or 8.1 or even if it's 7.1 is a win.
The overall drop partly fueled by a decrease in gas and energy prices. The average price for a regular gallon of gas now less than $4, down from last month's average of about $4.66. But other costs remain painfully high, wiping out wage growth, which is up 5.2% over the past year. Many, including those with higher incomes, are hunting for cheaper options. Dime Brands, the company that franchises Applebee's and IHOP, says it's seen a bump in sales from households earning more than $75,000 a year.
Just like a few items from the grocery store, I'm still racking up like $200 bills, and yet I have like two meals to make for dinner.
And some economists say it's too early to tell whether inflation has reached its peak.
I think inflation is still a major issue and will be for some time.
The Federal Reserve will weigh the report along with other economic data ahead of its September meeting when it's expected to raise interest rates again. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
President Biden signs the PACT Act into law. The bill extends health and disability benefits to veterans who deal with health issues resulting from toxic burn pit exposure during their military service.
This is the most significant law our nation has ever passed to help millions of veterans who are exposed to toxic substances during their military services.
The PACT Act hitting close to home for President Biden, whose son Beau Biden died of brain cancer in 2015. Beau was a major in the Army National Guard. He deployed to Iraq in 2009. In Indiana, public visitation began today for the late Congresswoman Jackie Walorski, who died last week in a car accident. Walorski's flag-draped casket was carried into the funeral home in Granger, Indiana. Walorski and 3 others, including 2 of her staffers, died in a 2-vehicle crash on August 3rd. Her funeral is scheduled for tomorrow at the Granger Community Church. Indiana's governor has called for a special election to fill her seat on November 8th, concurrent with the general election. An Iranian national is wanted by the FBI on charges in a plot to kill former National Security Advisor John Bolton. Today, the Department of Justice announced that Shahram Pousafi of Tehran tried to arrange Bolton's assassination beginning in October of 2021. The 45-year-old, who also goes by Mehdi Rezai, is a member of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the assassination plot is believed to be in retaliation for the killing of Iranian Quds Force commander Qasem Soleimani in January 2020. The DOJ said Pousafi attempted to pay $300,000 to individuals in the U.S. to carry out the killing in Washington or Maryland. He remains at large. Nuclear fears are growing in Ukraine, where the Russian military continues to stage equipment and personnel at Europe's biggest nuclear plant. Alex Hogan has more from Kyiv, Ukraine.
We're showing the world that the United States of America can still do big things.
President Biden formally approving Sweden and Finland as the two newest NATO candidates, hoping to bolster the alliance's eastern flank as the war in Ukraine heats up. Russia still reeling from a massive explosion at a major airbase in Crimea, taking out aircraft and ammunition. Moscow says it was a fire. Kyiv isn't officially commenting. The Ukrainian president highlighted the significance of the peninsula, but didn't directly take credit for the attack.
This Russian war against Ukraine began with Crimea and must end with Crimea, its liberation.
Meanwhile, the situation is getting more serious around the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, where the Russian military is staging equipment and personnel near 3 active reactors. The fighting ramping up outside the facilities. Moscow overnight firing a missile attack on Ukrainian targets that killed at least 13 people just across the river. Russia and Ukraine are now both accusing each other of shelling around the plant. And while experts warn if the reactors are hit, it could send a cloud of radiation across Europe.
This is the most radioactive material in all nuclear power plants. This is fuel. Weather will decide what wind and which direction of wind, and this cloud will go.
The Ukrainian government is calling on the UN's nuclear watchdog to send a delegation to the plant. The International Atomic Energy Agency says that so far it has been unable to access the site. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Still ahead, we have your complete forecast, plus how the scorching heat could be affecting your allergies. Stay with us.